Now to the sweltering heat here in Southern California and the threat of power outages, leaving homes and businesses without air conditioning has been brutal for people across Southern California.
KCAL's Pozen has the latest on the stifling heat from Canoga Park.
We're outside one of DWP's receiving stations. What happens here is this is where some of the power gets funneled through, giving us electricity. And DWP says equipment just like this is getting overloaded, and that's why we're seeing so many people without power. It's another scorcher across SoCal, and this oppressive heat wave is putting stress on the power grid.
Our transformers are overloaded, our cables are overloading, everything's overheating, and because the temperatures are not coming down at night, the equipment's not getting any relief. And so the longer the heat waves expand, the more equipment we see failing.
The Los Angeles Department of Water and Power reported more than 7,000 outages citywide Saturday afternoon. Exposition Park, Highland Park, and Silver Lake were some of the areas most impacted.
Similar to a phone, when you're using your phone constantly and it overheats and it says it's too hot, I'm shutting down to take a break. That's what our equipment is doing. You know, when we designed this equipment, it wasn't designed for 118 degrees sustained temperatures.
While DWP crews work around the clock to restore power, local HVAC companies are also getting inundated with service calls.
When it gets to be this hot, the air conditioning systems can only work so long, and then they fail.
Craig Shear with HVAC Consulting Solutions, Inc. says if you lose power, make sure to check the circuit breakers once it's restored if you're having problems with your HVAC system.
The circuit breakers have the proclivity to trip, and that's a safety feature, which is good. So a lot of people don't know to go out there and check that first. So we always recommend turning it off for 10 seconds and back on again, and doing it a little bit harder than normal so it re-engages.
Despite the brutal heat wave, the California Independent System Operator says the power grid is stable and expects there to be enough power to handle the increased demand. But DWP cautions not to overuse it.
So that we can keep the system loads down and give some relief to our equipment on the field.
DWP says if you lose power, make sure to report it right away. They say calls are prioritized, so the more calls they get for one area, the quicker they'll get over to you. Reporting in Canoga Park, Pozen, KCAL News.